Blog Talk Radio.
A verbal letter to the president. Listen to the relevance in ordinary words I say. A verbal letter to the president. It should be more than evident. Some shit just don't change. A verbal letter to the president. Listen to the relevance in ordinary words I say. A verbal letter to the president. It should be more than evident. Same shit, different days. Roll up, smoke out, you know what I'm talking about. Every day the same shit, living by the folks' house. Task out the folks out, how will it get better when you gotta sell that butter? Cause you really need that cheddar. Still they fight the war on drugs, like they fight the war on terror. Pledge allegiance to the flag, when my future was so clear. Politics is you two out, cause no one looks into the mirror. So if we're gonna make a change, then I promise we're on here. Verbal letters to the president, listen to the relevance in ordinary words I say. A verbal letter to the president, it should be more than evident. Some shit just don't change. A verbal letter to the president, listen to the relevance in ordinary words I say. A verbal letter to the president, it should be more than evident. Same shit, different days. What up, Obama? Congrats on Osama. But my niggas in the hood got the same problems. Baby hoes, no job, and they can't find one. So we push it on the corner, get the handcuff. High label, that's the third making ends meet. I'm promoting non-violence, staying with my peace. The war started on drugs, now it's in the streets. Fuck a Congress, killing niggas like me. Verbal letter to the president, listen to the relevance in ordinary words I say. A verbal letter to the president, it should be more than evident. Some shit just don't change. A verbal letter to the president, listen to the relevance in ordinary words I say. A verbal letter to the president, it should be more than evident. Same shit, different days.
What's good, family? This your boy Yeroc Rise checking back in on the Determining Our Destiny show with my my brother and my co-host, Brother Flat. Brother Flat, you there, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, my brother. Today we're going to be going in, man. We're going to be discussing an article I came across this week about the state, what would be the state of Black America after Obama. You know what I'm saying? So before we get too far into it, I want to get your opinion on what was your expectations of Obama when he came into office?
Well, I didn't expect much from Obama, not as much as our people expected. I knew Obama would go as far as our people would push Obama to go.
Right.
97% of us, black people, have voted for Obama, but after that we went home. We didn't push Obama to our goals. Our goal was to get him in office, which we did, but we didn't set no goals after he has made it to the office.
Right. Me, myself, I really didn't know what to expect. I was just a black man voting for a black man, thinking that black man was doing something for me. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to see what's he doing for us when we get into this article. But we got a caller on the line here. Let me get this caller in and see what's going on here. Caller, are you there? Caller, hello, anyone there?
Just listening.
Just listening. All right. Enjoy the show, brother. All right, now let's get into this article here. The article is Top 10 Things Black America Will Have to Show After 8 Years of President Obama. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing it states is, number 10, we'll still have Obamacare, the cynically misnamed Affordable Health Care Act. And as much research as I've done on it, I've heard experts say that it won't curb the cost of medical care, you know what I'm saying, and people will still be going bankrupt from paying their medical bills. So I don't really know what it's doing for us, you know what I'm saying. And then, worst of all, it doesn't take effect until 2016. Why would a president or anybody else, what president do you know has written a law that doesn't take effect until after they leave office? Something as important as Medicare. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense to me. Number 9, we'll probably have reductions in Social Security proposed and enacted by a Democrat, something no Republican could have initiated, that sets the stage for further reductions in benefits by either party. You know what I'm saying? So, and what they saying with that is basically entitlements. When you hear Obama or presidents or any type of representative talk about entitlements, they're talking about Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, things that the people are entitled to. You feel me? And they saying that they're cutting those, and they're not only saying it, they're doing it. Like, we know people that they're doing it too. You know what I'm saying? Am I right, Flat?
Can't agree more with you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand that the words that he speaks is just words, because behind these words, the actions are hurting us more than they're helping us. You know what I'm saying? With poverty at record levels, the ending of many defined benefit pension plans, and the broken promise of retirement security from 401k plans looming, black seniors will start to be more dependent on Social Security than anybody, and the real benefits will be declining, if Barack's first negotiating offer to Republicans is any indication. So it's telling us basically that, you know what I'm saying, they're cutting Social Security, and it's going to affect our elderly parents, you know what I'm saying, and what are we doing to stop it? We don't even know.
And which most of our black seniors is actually dependent on that right now. We're talking about well-known military veterans who actually have fought for the country, who's actually who loves the president, and also has fought for America, and they taking away their Social Security, which they depends on for their survival.
Right. I agree, brother. Now let's go ahead and move on to number 8. You know what I'm saying? We'll have solidly in place a new tradition of bailing out banksters and speculators, and lots more immunity from prosecution for corporate scoffers or whatever this word is. You know what I'm saying? And in the article, he goes into talking about the Bush bailout and how when Bush was leaving office, the bailout was only planned for $3 trillion. But once Obama assumed office, he talked the people out of giving up $16 trillion. You know what I'm saying? That black face with that smile and the charisma, and everybody thinking that he's going to do something for you. He just got $16 trillion out of you, and it's not putting it back in our communities. You know what I'm saying? That money goes to banks and to corporate offices and corporate workers, you feel me? It doesn't go to our community.
And which we already in $13 trillion in debt as a country. And if you start adding in with the economy and stuff like that, we are over $40 trillion in debt, including the economy. So that just speaks for itself.
Right. But the thing is, it seems like if you want money from the government, you fuck up. Like I'm looking here at the article, they talk about Goldman Sachs, who was known for peddling worthless securities and pension funds, you know what I'm saying? They get bailed out. Bank of America, which was foreclosing and evicting tens of thousands in cases where it couldn't prove ownership of, you know what I'm saying? They get bailed out. Cable or internet provider handling over access to billions of calls and emails, they mess up, they get bailed out. BP, they blew up, or you know what I'm saying, the oil spill in the Gulf Coast, they get bailed out. So it seems like the more money you make, the bigger the fuck up, the more money you're going to get back from this government. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the evidence shows. You know what I'm saying? But to move on to point number 7. Hold on one second. When Obama leaves office, we will have more gentrification than before he came in office. Now, gentrification is, the renewal of urban areas by influential or richer people. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's saying like the bougie or the people that the so-called leaders in the community that's supposed to be looking out for our backs, the ones that's tearing down the projects like Fugars and all that shit that was around here and building big offices, building the big jail downtown. You know what I'm saying? It's speaking to shit like that. You feel me? And then we move on to number 6. And number 6 says, the day Barack Obama leaves the White House, we'll still have the world's biggest prison state with 3/4 of its inmates black and brown. The insane 40 years war on drugs and a black person murdered by police, private security, or vigilantes every day or so. And you know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing right here to me. The biggest point of them all is he hasn't done one thing to slow down the police brutality or the feeling that police have towards black people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. At the same time, I feel like the police are given too much power and their authority. It's also be taken to their head, and then when they come up with procedures like the shakedown policy, and that you can come question somebody who's in a public parking lot for example, just drinking a tea, when an officer arrested a man for drinking a tea in a public parking lot. That just lets you know that the authority and the law is there to attack the black man or any minority, as in Latinos or Hispanics.
Right. I agree, brother. Hold on, let me get my caller in here. Brother Montana, what's up, brother?
Yes, sir. Brother Flat and Brother Corey, good to speak with you again.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right.
You know what I'm saying? You called just in time for this one, brother. I don't know if you heard that last point, but the last point was, you know what I'm saying, the day Barack Obama leaves the White House, we'll still have the world's biggest prison state with 3/4 of its inmates black or brown, and the same 40-year war on drugs, a black person murdered by police, private security, or vigilante every day or so. Now I know you can speak to the way the police acts around here.
Yes, I can. I have a lot of experience with dealing with the police, and unfortunately, it is true that sometimes they do target not sometimes, they do target minorities, and black men at that, more than any other, race or ethnicity, should I say.
All right.
And I also want to speak on, like, with this prison state, when you see that most of our black men is incarcerated in there, and what the thing is, it's not changing our mindset. It's not helping us. It's turning us into more of an animal. Like anybody that is locked up into a cage.
It's not rehabilitating.
It's not rehabilitating us at all. So when you go in there for a minor drug, let's say for crack or drugs, and you come out a rapist or a murderer or gang affiliated, then you did not learn anything. You did not get rehabilitated. You coming back more a menace to society than you was when you went in.
Right. And I'm glad you mentioned the crack shit, because the article does say something about that, and it says that the best Obama did was lower crack laws from 100 to 1 to 18 to 1, while doing nothing for the people currently locked up under those laws. And I'm not even saying that that's a real big improvement, because really what it's saying is if you get caught with powder, you'll get 18 times more time. Or if you get caught with it locked up, you'll get 18 times more than what you would get if it was powdered up. So it's still an attack on black people. And it's the wrong black people, because you catching bums with the rocks. So you giving them the bum 18 times longer than you are the average motherfucking white boy to get caught with the powder. You feel what I'm saying?
And it does nothing to change for the individuals who's already spending a time that is very exaggerated than what it should be. So if you get caught for a couple of crack rocks and say you have 20 years, you still spending that whole 20-year sentence. That's your life gone. Your life is gone. And then when you come out, you're still dealing with the charge that's on your record. So you're not just being attacked by your credentials. You're being attacked in your mind, your body. You're just being attacked in so many ways. It's a
everywhere in the community.
Right. And in my opinion, if he also needs to do something about, you know what I'm saying, how much you get caught with. Like, if you get caught with less than a gram or something, you should be going to jail for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just bottom line. Hold on. Got another caller here. Let me get this caller in there. Hello,
yeah.
Hello,
brothers.
What's
brother,
up?
How you doing, brother?
Yeah. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
All right. What did I come in on?
What's
going on?
Oh, man, right now we're talking about the police brutality and how basically how Obama has not done anything to curb the way the police treat us since he's been in office, and how he's not doing anything to change it for when he leaves office.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd really be curious on how he feels, even on, like, when, for example, they have a family, like the families in the Connecticut shooting, how he shows remorse, and he was, you know, it was all publicized when he was with them taking pictures and things of that nature. But, like, why didn't he do that with, like, Sean Bell family or Oscar Grant? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
no tears.
Yeah, like, no, like, you know, I be wondering, like, is it because he don't want to do it, or is it because somebody hold him back from doing it? You know what I'm saying?
I feel. And that's something we're going to be trying to get into as the show goes on down the road. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're going to try to move on, get through the rest of this article. So I'm going to go to point number 5. And point number 5 states that we'll have U.S. troops in more than 30 African countries enforcing Western land grabs and the corporate neoliberal order and keeping Africa barefoot, sick, hungry, and afraid, but well armed. And we'll have an even larger overall military budget with more troops and more overseas bases than under Bush. And it goes on to say that during the Clinton and second Bush administrations, the U.S. bankrolled, trained, and supplied armies of 52 out of 54 African nations to ensure that the continent remained the poorest and most war-torn on Earth. Under its first black president, the U.S. has stepped up the game with actual deployments of drones, mercenaries, special forces, and other U.S. military units in more than 30 African countries to enforce the neoliberal order in which Africa's wealth is diverted from its people into the economic and overseas bank accounts of the West and a handful of native kleptocrats, which is stealth. And Martin Luther King told us a decade ago that the number one purveyor of violence on this planet was the U.S. government. Barack Obama, who may fancifully associate himself with Dr. King, hasn't changed that fact one bit. And I fully agree with that. And that little article right there is so deep in the point, we could spend 30 minutes on it right there. You know
you're right. Where the article come from?
It's on AfricanGlobe.net. I got it posted on my Facebook page. I'm going to repost it after the show, so it'll be at the top of it.
Okay. And I would like just to go go ahead and say they are still raping our country of its natural resources, and that's what they trying to do. That's what they're gonna be trying to do for the next several years. That's what they've been doing for the last century, and it's not gonna change unless we bring it up. Start talking.
It's not gonna change. It's not gonna change because not only do people not know how deep involved we are in Africa, or the U.S. Army is in Africa, they don't care about the Africans. They don't They don't think that they're a part of them. They think that we're different.
Yeah.
The only difference between us is the education we've got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
We are the same people.
We are. But look how they propagate it on the TV though. Look what they show about Africa though. You feel me?
Yeah. A whole bunch of people, man.
A whole bunch, exactly. So you can't even. Man, what you saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You can't even.
And it's just it's sickening to me, man, because how much money comes out of Africa.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how much we get of it, it's pitiful. And then people over here say, you successful if you make the money here and you can build you a big house and drive you a nice car, but you're not realizing that big house and that nice car comes off the back of your brothers and sisters that's struggling in the continent that you're from. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize that you're exploiting your brothers and sisters when you do this.
And the number 5 point just really speaks to me who's the terrorists are. I mean, it's just scary of what we are doing to these people and just let you know who is actually running our country. When you have Obama, who actually said it himself, is that when you bomb an American citizen that you are a terrorist. Shoot, Obama's government don't bomb its own American citizens. Go back to John Africa on that. So, I mean, you bombed, in 1985, you bombed the whole building and burned down even innocent people property that was beside the building and have nothing to do with it. So y'all are the terrorists in yourselves on that right. You have bombed Japanese, you have bombed Vietnamese, you have bombed all forms of different countries of innocent people. So how dare you say when somebody get bombed, innocent citizen get bombed, they are terrorists? You just incriminated yourself.
And that goes on to the next point right here, number 4. When Obama leaves office, it will be legal and acceptable for U.S. president to unilaterally murder with or without announcement or cause anybody, any place on the planet within the reach of U.S. drones, special operators, and mercenaries. When Obama assumed office, the U.S. was secretly imprisoning and torturing thousands at Guantanamo Bay, you know what I'm saying? But we are told now that the jails are used less and that the preferred expedient being simple murder via special ops teams or drones. And to prove that point, I go to that Muslim guy, Al-Awlaki, that flew overseas and Obama sent the drone after they killed him. And then I go to Christopher Garner, who Obama sent his U.S. mercenary sheriff's officer to go in there and burn the house down and kill him. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I go to the white boys that bombed Boston, and he gets taken in after hiding on the boat with automatic weapons. He doesn't get shot up. So that tells you that they pick and choose who they want to call terrorists.
And then they say that he was shooting rapidly. Then they say that he was shooting shots rapidly for wherever he was at, and then an officer got grazed, but somehow he got out alive.
Yep. Nah, he
That's
did.
They pick the killers who they want. They definitely pick the killers who they want to catch.
And that would bring us something else too, man, that I want to talk about. It really ain't got nothing to do with this, but it kind of do. Like, why the hell would they put Assata Shakur on the terrorist, upgrade her status on the terrorist list? She hasn't made no noise, done anything in America. Left this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What's the agenda behind that? So that's going to be another topic we're going to have to tackle, you know what I'm saying? Well, let me move on. Point number 3. The Obama administration will have closed and privatized more public schools than at any time in U.S. history. And this goes on to say that it is already an established fact that that under President Obama, the U.S. Department of Education has extended the authority to certify school systems to private agencies controlled by champions of privatization like Gates, the Walton family, and the Eli Board Foundations, and allow the same actors to write its Race to the Top program, which allocates federal education dollars to the school systems that disband, privatize, and hand over their assets to private actors to quickly. And to me, what that says is that they're trying to hide their actual school agendas. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to what's the word? The agenda that they're pushing in school, the curriculum that they're pushing in schools, they don't want you to be able to argue it through the states, so they want to make schools privatized. So if they do it while it's Obama, black people will feel like it's for the best of us. But we don't realize that when Obama leaves office, there is no black man coming in and make sure nothing happens to us. All these rules are set up for our failure. You know what I'm saying?
So by that time, it'd be too late.
Right.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and move on.
So, let me move on. Number 2, we can cherish the memories of 8 years of watching that pretty brown family in that big White House, along with the unprecedented black unemployment, declining real wages, and the most declining shrinkage of black family wealth since we began tracking and comparing black and white wealth. We need economic progress when millions can take down those old pictures of Martin and the Kennedy boys and replace them with the likeness of Barack and Michelle. Not we need, but who needs economic progress? And the last point, after 8 years of Barack Obama, black leadership in black America will have decisively lost and forgotten the habit, the inclination, and even the example of standing against unjust and abusive power, and our former reputation around the world as a people of struggle. The height of the black freedom movement was only about 8 or 10 years, but it left an example of what it was to stand for justice and righteousness against bad laws and bad governance that inspired us and the rest of the world. Black youth who will reach maturity in the middle of this decade have no examples of struggle to look up to, only accommodations to power and excuses for inaction and ineffectiveness on every front. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with it, man. Like I said, if anybody wants to read the article, I'm going to repost it on my Facebook account. If you don't have it, it's Yeroc to Raj at Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Yeroc to Raj. We got another caller down here. Let's see if he wants to say anything now. Brother that was listening, you still there? You want to say anything now?
No, I'm just listening, brother.
All right. What you think of the show, man?
I think it was good, man. Really, you know what I'm saying? I really doubt sometimes that Barack is even doing anything for us, man. As far as like empowerment.
I don't even doubt it. I know for a fact that he's not. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that sticks out to me is the people that he has around him. You know what I'm saying? If he was for us, he would have us around him. He wouldn't be surrounded by Brzezinski and all the rest of the clowns and the Geithners and all these fools, Pelosi. None of these are black names, by the way, people. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah,
like it just don't make
sense. Check. Did y'all peep how when he got reelected, most of us on social network was saying, more food stamps. My food stamps is getting renewed, and you know my check, my first of the month check is on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a de-empowerment. Like we boasting on the wrong things about having a black president, man.
And the thing about that is, if Romney would have got elected, guess what? You would have still had food stamps. You would have still got unemployment, and you'd still be getting welfare. So that's not an agenda to be fighting for. If you want to fight, fight that the money that's going to these businessmen are coming to us in our communities. You know what I'm saying? Fight that we get a $1 trillion hospital built in our community. Fight that we get a $1 billion school built in our community. You know what I'm saying? New grocery stores, all this shit that we can do for ourselves.
Exactly.
But they're not focused on that, man. Like you said, they more focused on the here and now and the quick fix. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's gonna be a long road ahead, man. But really, I see a lot of problems after Obama leaves office because people are letting him get away with signing so many bills and articles and all type of things just because he's black.
And they standing behind him on it.
Right.
And
the same things that they standing behind on, when that white face is behind it, it's going to hurt us. And then they're going to complain. And then they're going to see. You know what I'm saying? Because if you read these bills and these laws he's passing, they are clearly against us. But, yeah, man, we got about 10 seconds left in the show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Check us out next week, you know what I'm saying, where we do determine our destiny.
Peace.
All right.